Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are digging into one of the absolute best benefits out there for service members and veterans, the VA home loan. It's a game changer. But what happens when the key to that benefit just vanishes?
Now, this isn't just a made-up scenario. This is the real deal. It's the beginning of a genuine home buying crisis, posted by a veteran on Reddit. And you know what? It perfectly captures a nightmare hurdle that a lot of folks can face.
All right, so put yourself in this veteran's shoes for a second. You've done everything right. You found the perfect house, jumped through all the financial hoops, and your mortgage underwriter, they've given you the green light. You are right at the finish line. Or so you think.
And bam, a total roadblock. This veteran's story really shines a light on a critical part of the VA loan process, something that honestly everyone needs to get their head around.
See, getting a VA loan isn't just one step. It's really two. You've got to prove yourself to two totally different groups. You've got the lender, and then you've got the VA itself. And this, right here, is the crucial point. The veteran from our story, they were financially qualified by their bank. No problem there. But, and this is a big but, they weren't officially eligible in the VA's eyes. The whole deal was about to collapse, all because they couldn't prove their service. So, how exactly do you prove to the VA that you've earned this incredible benefit? Well, it all comes down to what is probably the single most important piece of paper from your entire time in the military. This document, the DD-214, is basically the master key. It's the thing you need to unlock the golden ticket for a VA loan, which is called the Certificate of Eligibility, or COE for short. And in a perfect world, this is exactly how it's supposed to work. You just log into the VA's portal, the system does its thing, and boom, your service is verified. Easy peasy. But what happens when the system can't find your records? What happens when you can't get this form and the computer just says nope? Okay, so let's get back to our veteran's story. What do you do when the digital paperwork just disappears into thin air? The normal process completely failed them. So let's look at the options you have to recover it. For the veteran in our story, those first two options, total dead ends. The solution actually came from a place that most people probably wouldn't even think to turn to. Instead of that missing DD-214, the Army issued something called a Statement of Service. Now, it took about a month to get, but this document was enough. It proved eligibility and saved the entire home purchase. And that's a huge takeaway. If you ever hit a bureaucratic brick wall, your elected officials can sometimes be the ones to help you break right through it. All right, with that problem solved, let's talk about why this benefit is so worth fighting for, because it has some incredible, almost secret superpower type features that not a lot of people know about. First off, let's bust a huge myth. A lot of people think you can only use your VA loan once. Not true. It's a lifelong benefit that you can use again and again. But the flexibility doesn't even stop there. And this is where it gets really, really interesting, especially for military families who are always on the move. So, can you have two VA loans at once? You might be surprised, but yeah, in many cases, you absolutely can. It's thanks to a cool feature called second-tier entitlement. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Your total benefit is a big bucket of money the VA will guarantee. If your first loan only used up, say, half that bucket, you can use what's left to get a second loan on a new home. So, what does that actually look like? Well, let's say your leftover entitlement covers a loan up to, I don't know, $632 grand. If you get PCS orders, this means you could potentially keep your first house, maybe turn it into a rental property, and still use your benefit to buy a brand new home at your next duty station, all with $0 down. I mean, talk about a powerful tool for building wealth while you're serving. Look, the VA loan can be a little complicated sometimes, but it is an unbelievably rewarding path to owning a home. Really understanding how it works, the ins and outs, that's the first step to unlocking every last bit of its power.